This was my legacy lineup for season 4, and this was the legacy lineup for season 5, and this was the lineup that I made at the end of season 6. So I thought, as season 7 is coming to an end, I will make my very own legacy lineup. Now, the term legacy lineup has sort of lost meaning over the seasons, but what I count it as is basically making a team of not necessarily the highest overall players, but the players which you enjoy playing with the most. As you can see, season 4 had really high overall players, but these were all players which I enjoyed playing with, especially that Steph Curry, the KD, the claw card, all of that stuff. And it doesn't necessarily have to be players that have got insane stats. Sometimes it is the artwork on the cards or the story behind the cards, like this Giannis Antetokounmpo card with really nice card art, and of course he was the NBA Finals MVP card over there. And then even last season as well, I stuck in Larry Marketing because he was 2 foot. Unfortunately, EA did patch that glitch, and I stuck in the claw because he had some nice artwork before EA changed it to that over there. So we're going to be making the season 7 legacy lineup. As we end off the season, we're going to be going through the boost item courts jerseys, and then we will do a showdown quarter to see exactly what this team could do. So let's kick things off with the point guard spot. We do have to scroll through a little bit. I did manage to get myself that Frazier from a monthly master pack fairly on in the month, and unfortunately I haven't been able to sell him, and now the auction house is closed, so I don't have that opportunity to sell him. So I guess he's gonna have to stay in my inventory. He's not gonna be our starting point guard, I don't think, because we have got some fairly good players aside from him. Managed to get the 106 overall Steph Curry, giving out that +6 GOAT boost, looking really good. You got Jordan Clarkson there at 104 overall. You got that nice 103 Curry, giving out that combo guard boost as well. And I think with this season, I'm not really attached to any of the cards as I was in past seasons, and I don't really know why that is. Probably is because I haven't been playing the game as much as I have done in past seasons. To be honest, there aren't really any low overall players that I think will go as that starting point guard for this point in the season. So I think for me personally, it's between the Currys. That 98 overall Curry over there, he's got a really nice 3-point shot, and I did enjoy going through that promo. I really enjoyed playing through the West Coast Tour promo as well, giving ourselves a better Curry. Do I think the 106 overall was more fun to go ahead and get? It was a nicer promo format in that it's one that is a bit more exciting, and I think because he's got that GOAT boost, we're going to have to stick him as that starting point guard. On the backup point guard spot, I think I might have to go for that Frazier. I was not expecting to get him at all. This was probably my 3rd or 4th pack of the month as a whole for this month's monthly masters, which is absolutely crazy. I haven't got lucky at all with my monthly master pulls this year, so it was just a real surprise to be able to go ahead and get myself Frazier. So he's going to go on the bench as our backup point guard. But now on to the shooting guard spot over here. And again, we got that Kyrie Irving, who was absolutely insane for us in some good gameplay videos. And of course, getting him was very easy, just watching through a ton of adverts. Then you had Allen Iverson, the first card with the GOAT boost being a +6-1 to team, which was absolutely insane to have. Devin Booker, who managed to hit 100 points with that Steph Curry card earlier on in the season. If you haven't watched that video, go check it out because it was so much fun to make. Aside from that, again, there's not really that many other great shooting guards that we have had this season, unless I'm missing a bunch of them. Again, I'm going through all the cards that I've got. I've probably got rid of a bunch throughout the season as well, but I think I'm torn between that Devin Booker, just because we hit 100 points with him, and of course that Allen Iverson, who I really wanted. And that's the first time I think I've got up to 60,000 monthly master emblems to get myself a monthly master. So I think Allen Iverson is going to start for us, and then Devin Booker can sit on the bench over there. Kyrie Irving, it wasn't really as fun to go ahead and get him because of course it was just simply watching those adverts. So Devin Booker there is going to be the backup shooting guard for the team. But now onto the small forward spot, we got to scroll along a little bit. We got that Jimmy Butler, love the artwork. It was fairly easy to get him as well, going through and getting that NBA cash. We had Chris Middleton from a recent promo. You had that Banchero as well. Going through along, you got the GOAT promo players. That Wiggins was nice, giving ourselves a team boost. That was our first promo I played through to give myself a massive overhaul in terms of my team, as with a lot of people, just with the amount of boost that those players were giving out. We got LeBron James over there, store exclusive player who we managed to pull in a monthly master pack. T-Mac, one of the first cards I did gameplay with this season. That Rick Barry, who was very useful for a lot of people early on, giving out that elite athleticism boost to the team. But I think our small forwards are going to have to be that Wiggins and of course that Jimmy Butler. I think Jimmy Butler has to start with that artwork. It hasn't got his new look that he's rocking with at the moment, but I think he's going to be our starting small forward. And I completely forgot about this Dantley over here. I think he's going to go on the bench, giving out that high flyer boost, which is really nice. I think he trumps that Wiggins over there just because it was a surprise to get him as well, because EA kept giving out a couple of live tickets here and there with all the issues that were going on. I got lucky enough to get them. I know a lot of people didn't get lucky enough to get them. I got the tickets, which got me that player at the end of it, which is super fun. I'm not complaining about anything like that at all. Then we've got the power forward spot. We got this Garnett who's giving out the high flyer boost, which was great fun in order to get him. It was a little bit close for me to get him, but I managed to just get him at the end of that promo. You got Giannis as well, who is an absolute beast in the game, and it was super fun to go ahead and pull him as well. Going through the other players, you got Aaron Gordon there from the NBA draft promo. I don't think he's going to be our point guard. I accidentally put him in, but he isn't going to stay. You got Magic Johnson as well. Again, I played through that promo, got myself the Grandmaster to help my team out. That was fairly on in the season as well. You got another Kevin Garnett card over there, but it's between Giannis and Garnett to see who will actually start. And I think I'm going to have to go with Giannis. His dunk package is absolutely crazy, as with that Steph Curry, who we've got at the point guard spot. So he's going to go as the starting power forward, and then Garnett's going to go on the bench over there. Again, I'm literally going through players that I like to play with. There's a whole host of factors that goes into me picking who's going to be on this starting lineup. Then we got Karl-Anthony Towns, who I managed to recently get in that promo. You got Joel Embiid as well from the same promo as that Garnett. You got Karl-Anthony Towns as well, Kevon Looney, Dirk Nowitzki, who had a really nice build on him. And that's the first time I think we've had a proper Dirk Nowitzki build on a Dirk Nowitzki card. It feels weird to say that, but it is the case. You got Yao Ming, who I think's from this season. I could be wrong about that. Or maybe this one is from this season instead. We got him over there. I managed to pull him from a monthly master pack. Again, I'm going to have to kind of look at these high overall cards. There's no real sentimental value with any other cards. In previous seasons, we've had Muggsy Bogues. He was a standout card because it was a golden ticket one. He's short, he's at the center spot, but he's also got that 3-point clutch, which is really fun. It's between, for me at the moment, Karl-Anthony Towns and then that Dirk card as well. I think I might have to go with Karl-Anthony Towns just because it was a little bit of a push for me to try and get that Mad Scientist Grandmaster. And then I think Dirk will go on the bench over here. I know I've got better high overall players than him, but I think having him on the team will be very good indeed. So that rounds up the lineup, but we're not done. We have to go ahead and get the boost item in as well. And I think this season, the best boost item I got was that whistle that we got probably at the very beginning of the season. I think all of the actual live pass boost items have roughly been the same, so that is going to be our boost item. In terms of the core, this is really testing my knowledge as to which core is from this season, but I think I've been rocking with the TD Garden core over here, the Celtics one, giving out that athleticism boost, which is going to be good. We're still 114 lineup. We're not really looking at the overall too much. Now the jerseys, again, testing my knowledge to see which ones were from this season. We had that 1996 NBA All-Star jersey, but I like the look of that Miami Heat one because it is really good over there. We also had a bunch of Lakers jerseys as well, but I don't think I'm going to pick one. Instead, I think I'm going to go for that Phoenix Suns jersey, just with that nice cool blue look to it, which is looking great. So that is going to be my Season 7 Legacy lineup. Let me know in the comment section down below who would make your lineup over here. But now let's go into a showdown quarter to see exactly what we can do with the lineup we have just made. Again, this is not necessarily the highest overall team I can possibly make. As with past seasons, I accidentally did just press play on that one. Unfortunately, miss out on playing that guy, but we'll spin it again to get a proper opponent. But yeah, this is just simply players that I like playing with, maybe the card art, all of that stuff. But with this season, there hasn't been those cards which I'm like, yes, I really like them. I really want them on my team. Cards for me this season have had a fairly short shelf life. I'm loving the boosts on all the cards. You can see all of those +6 boosts we've got on all of those starting fives. And then of course the bench players have also got a good number of boosts on them. That's been the main thing with this season in terms of players. You can see all of those cards over there, but unfortunately, because we still got that 115 overall cap, that's sort of hindering a lot of players at the moment. But it is what it is. It's capping off the end of the season, as it were. We have to wait and see exactly when Season 8 will drop. And we have just found a matchup, and we're coming up against a 111 overall team. He's got Devin Booker from that On-Court Leaders promo that we had fairly recently. He's also got Butler, Giannis, Akeem, and Steph Curry from the GOAT promo. So this is going to be a really interesting matchup. We have got the overall advantage, but we're going to see what we can do. We're going to play a little bit with everyone. Loving that jersey. That's the reason why I picked it. It's looking really, really good over there. Let's go in with a three-pointer from Steph Curry, and he's unfortunately going to miss that one. But we get the rebound with Allen Iverson, even with his height, and he's going to take the two-pointer, and we're going to knock that one down. So we're starting things off with a two-pointer after missing a three-pointer with that Steph Curry, which really shouldn't be happening, but it is what it is. We got Karl-Anthony Towns falling over. We need him to get back up. They're going to play it back out to Giannis. They're just going to keep passing the ball around. The AI is still not changed, just always wasting so much time. But we get the rebound there with Allen Iverson. Let's dish it out to Jimmy Butler. We're going for a two-pointer with Butler. Step back, get the perfect release, and he is going to sink that one. 4 points for us in the quarter. We'll try and hold them to 0 points, although that is going to be fairly tough to do, but you never know. We might be able to do it. We double team Curry, and Butler is just going to keep it in. Antetokounmpo is going to pick up the ball, so let's run it up the court with Karl-Anthony Towns, and he's going to finish that one off with a two-handed slam. I think most people on this lineup have got completely maxed out stats. Unfortunately, Hakeem comes the other way with an easy dunk down the end. So let's go in with Curry, get that three-pointer, hopefully knock down. He makes it that time, which is great to see, even though he missed that very first one at the beginning of the game. So we've got to guard Curry pretty well. It's Curry on Curry. Can we get the steal with our Steph Curry? They're going to keep dribbling the ball, but we get the steal that time. Let's run out of the court with Steph, and he's going to come through. Lovely, lovely dunk over there. I think that was a cradle dunk, if I'm not mistaken, but this Curry card has got some very, very nice dunks on him, and I'd like to see some more dunks going into season 8. I pretty much say that every single season, but I do think we have sort of got a nice amount of dunks now in the game, a nice variety of them, but I do think we could have some more dunks in terms of contact dunks as well, because the amount of times players just run through other players in order to get to the basket is a little ridiculous. But Giannis is going to come through with that lovely, powerful one-handed slam, knocking it down over absolutely everyone there inside the paint. We built up a very good lead. We're up by 11 points, which is great to see. We've got 45 seconds left on the clock. They're going to play it out to Devin Booker. They're going to play it back out to Curry. That's it. The AI is just wasting time. Can we get the steal though? They're going to play it back out to Booker. He's going to run in. Towns just unfortunately missing out on getting the block. I'm trying to think about who we haven't actually got a basket with. Let's dish it out to Allen Iverson for the three-pointer. He's going to sink that one. No problem at all. It was actually a mid-range shot. My bad. It's not a three-point shot, but we still makes it with that 108 mid-range shooting. I think Towns is the only one who hasn't scored so far, so we'll play it out to him and try and get a good, powerful slam with him, and then maybe go in for one final three-pointer to end off the game. We're going with the layup with Towns, and he's going to knock that one down. So we got 15 seconds left in the game. We're up by 11 points, which is great to see. Hopefully we can hold on to the lead. We double-team Curry, but we need that still in order to get another basket if we can. Butler's trying, but they're going to dish it out to Booker for 2. He's going to miss that one, and unfortunately that is going to be the end of the quarter. We still win by 11 points, which is a good points difference. I think we played a little bit here and there with everyone. I'm liking the lineup. It is fairly balanced. We have got 2 fairly short players who are easy to get the ball off in terms of Steph and of course Allen Iverson, but I do think this lineup is very fun to play with. Let me know in the comment section down below who would make your legacy lineup if you were making one for this season, and if you want to know exactly what will and won't carry over into season 8, we got our first official news about all of that stuff from EA. Go check out the video in the bottom left hand corner. I went through all of that stuff to hopefully help you guys out, so go check out that video and I'll see you guys in that one. Peace.